Hey guys and girls, welcome to another episode of AstralAutoRepairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check this out. Today we got a 2008 Ford Fusion SE, and what we're going to do is show you how to replace the front strut assemblies. Now listen guys and girls, forget about all that stuff as renting the tool and getting all these things to compress the spring. Forget about that. It's dangerous and it can kill you if you don't do that right. You slip up just a little bit, it's going to kill you. So what you want to do is get what's called a quick strut. What that is the strut and the coil spring all together as one unit. Much more safer, and it's better for you on the car suspension itself. Now a lot of people think that when a car drops down, it's the struts or the shocks. It's not. That's the coil springs. But the coil springs is good on this, but usually you're going to have to change the coil springs or the leaf springs. But we're going to forget all that. Forget everything. We're just going to do the strut assembly. We're going to show you what that is in a minute. We got Monroe. Great brand, Monroe. Alright, what we're going to do is one side at a time. We're going to start off on the driver's side. We're going to jack this up, get this up on the jack stand, pull the wheel off. Matter of fact, you're going to be with us when we pull the wheel off. We'll be right back.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Now, we have our hydraulic jack. We have our jack stand right there. What you don't want to do is you do not want to put your car where your jack stand on top of this, because the simple fact is, if it give away, it'll put a dent in your floorboard, so you don't want your floorboard up in the air. Now, look at this guy here.
Alright, now you also remember what Billy Bob didn't tell you. As an added support, you want to make sure you leave your hydraulic jack up under there. Just in case, guys. Just in case, guys. We might need it to do this, but just in case. Alright, the first thing we want to do is we got 5 lugs on this thing. These lugs are 3/4 or 19 millimeter. You're best using 19 millimeter because 19 millimeter is just a tad bit bigger than the 3/4. So grab these nice and thick. Now if I would have used the 3/4 right now, 3/4 would have went up there and it would have been kind of tight. Alright? And actually on the thing it'll say metric. Alright, so let's get these off. Now had this been 3/4, I wouldn't have been able to pull this out. Alright, we're going to pull this tie off. We'll be right back. Alright guys, girls. First thing we're going to do is we're going to have to eventually turn this the spindle and all back and forth. So let's make this easy for ourselves. The first thing we're doing, we're going to disconnect the outer tie rod right here. And the first thing we're going to do is there's a cotter pin right here. So what I'm going to do is take me a pair of wire cutters and I'm going to grab one end and I'm going to use the tie rod, the spindle itself, as leverage. So I'm going to grab it. And it doesn't matter if it breaks or not, because you got to get a new one anyway. There we go. Come right out. Alright, let's put that to the side. The next thing we're going to do, let's find out what size bolt this is. Alright, we got a 17 millimeter nut right here. And what I'm using is a 17 millimeter deep 1/2 inch drive impact socket. Put it right up there. Get our air gun. Buzz that right off. Now, the next part. A lot of people will use a fork, a big fork that will go right in between here, and you hit the fork and it'll pop that loose. The problem with that is you end up damaging the boot, then you're all messed up. Alright, the process I'm going to show you is what's called shock and awe. See the spindle right there? This is the ball joint right here. You don't want to, sorry, the ball joint. This is the outer tie rod right here. You want to hit right here at the spindle and get you a nice size hammer and get this out of the way.
You want me to turn the wheel for you?
No, you ain't got to do that, man. Now, that's a good idea. Billy Bob just said a good point. To make sure you hit that, you might want to turn the wheel all the way to the right and get this out here so you can hit it better. But you know, after experience, what you do, you see that right there? You make sure you line yourself up with it, make sure where it's at, and you're going to hit it so hard that it's going to shock that outer tie rod right out of there. Just like that. Pop it out, no problem. Also, if you notice on the floor, we got cardboard because we're at the customer's yard, nice driveway and all. So you see all the dust came out of here. Got a cardboard, keep the area nice and clean, nobody complaining. All right, let's get back to it. Now we got the tie rod out of there. We can turn this back and forth, no problem at all. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we got the brake line right here. See a brake hose? And it goes up here to a 10mm bolt. So what we're gonna do is get us a 10mm, and actually what I'm using is a 10mm 1/2" drive, but you can use a 3/8 drive, a regular ratchet and everything. I'm just using a 1/2" drive with my gun, so I can just get in there, pop that right off, because that's part of the strut, and we want to make sure that's off of that. Now a good thing also, here's the nut I took off the outer tie rod. What you want to do, just take that so you don't get it lost or anything. Just screw it on there by a couple threads, and that's it. The bolt we took out for the brake line, I'll put that bolt right back there. So now we're good to go. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, guys and girls. Now, the strut assembly. The strut assembly is this unit right here. Let me turn this way, you can see it better that way. Alright, the strut assembly is this unit right here with the coil springs on it. So we're going to replace the whole unit instead of having to compress it and replace the coil separately. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to put the jack, the hydraulic jack, up under the lower control arm, because what we need this whole set right here to drop down. So what I'm doing, bringing the jack right here, and what I'm going to do is get a block of wood to put up under here so it'll be like added support. So let me go get a block of wood and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Got us a nice block of wood, 4x4. I'm gonna set it right up on a hydraulic jack. And what I'm gonna do is bring it right below the lower control arm. And we're gonna jack that up. And we're gonna jack that up just till it barely touches, just right about there. Just leave it alone right there. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we got our stabilizer links right here. On each side, you got these stabilizer links. So what we're going to do is disconnect the stabilizer link. And you can either disconnect it from this point or this point, whichever one is easier for you. And you know what? Being that this side is right here, we're going to disconnect it from right there. So what I'm going to do here is find out what size that is. It's about a 15. Nope. Okay, 14mm, and I notice I might not even have room in there to use that one. So what I'm going to use is my shallow 14mm 1/2" drive with my air gun. So get this out of the way. Let's get in there with the gun. Now, you see I'm having a problem with that? Make sure there's nothing on the other side. I'm going to show you a little trick of doing that. What you want to do is get you a pry bar. And I don't know if you're going to see it in here. What you need to do is pry on the other side of the stabilizer. So we want to keep pressure on that, while at the same time using the air gun to loosen it up, take it off. Still not coming out, man. Dang it. All right, let's see, do we have any? Yes, we do. That's a son of a bolt there too. All right, guys, we're gonna have a little problem here. Be right back. All right, guys, girls, this is what we're going to do here. Inside the center of these studs, there's an Allen key fitting for an Allen socket, and it's 5mm. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do, get a little WD-40. Just spray a little bit on the threads, just like that. Then you want to take your small pick or very small screwdriver. This part right here is very important, because what you want to do here is go inside there and get all the dirt out of there, so your Allen socket don't strip out. All right, and once you do that, what I have here is a 5mm Allen socket, 1/4 inch drive, and I got a reducer 3/8 to 1/4 inch. And what I'm going to do is put that right in the center. And see, it's kind of tight going in there. So what I'm going to do is you can take a smaller hammer than I'm using right here. But you want to make sure that thing is in there nice and tight. Huh?
She in there.
You want to make sure that thing is nice and tight. Then you want to take your 14mm wrench, put it up on to hold it into place. Let's see. This is going to be... Alright. Now, what you want to do is take your wrench, bring it up like you're tightening, and just like that. Because what we're going to do is this one, we're going to be tightening it, which is going to loosen up this one. So this is going to keep that pressure up there, so you don't have to sit here and try to hold it. And what I'm going to do is let me get a ratchet, and I'm going to show you before I use the air gun. I'll be right back. Alright, what I got here is my 3/8 drive ratchet. Got my reducer. Or you can use a 1/4 inch drive ratchet, but use this one to get more leverage. And as I said, what you're going to do here is put this on, and what you're going to do is tighten it. So as you're tightening this, it's loosening up the nut. You want to make sure you have an ample enough WD-40 on that to strip that thing right out. Alright, let's get this out. We'll be right back. Alright, guys and girls, we got into a little issue right here. As I was tightening it up, looks like, just as I was afraid of, it started stripping out. So now, we had a little bit of problem. So this is what we're going to do now. On the other side of this stabilizer bar, I can see, get this out of my way, I can see part of the stabilizer link right there, rounded metal section. Can you see that? Right there. Matter of fact, let me get something to point it out better. Right there. That little piece right there. So here's what we're going to try, guys. I hope this works. So let me go up here. Nice vice grips. And looks like I can reach in there. And what I'm going to do here is make that nice and tight. Yeah. Spray this a little bit more with some WD-40. Now I'm not even going to play around here. Now I can probably use a 14mm. Let me try it. I got a 14mm deep socket. Put that up there. Get my 3/8 drive ratchet. And now, instead of tightening, now I'm going like I'm supposed to be, like taking it off. And let's see if this vice grips will hold it. Is it holding it? No, it's not holding it. I gotta get a better grip on this thing. Man, I hope you ain't gotta go through this, what I'm going through right now. This sucks. I don't feel that really held in on much more. Man, this thing is gonna suck.
vice grips still slip.
Yeah, they are still slipping. You figure I could get in there too. You know what? Let's try to, like you said, let's try the flat. All right, we'll be right back. We'll get a pair of different vice grips. We'll be right back. All right, got a little flat grips here. And what I'm gonna do is get in here. Try to make this thing as tight as possible. That one right there, man. There we go. The vice grips grab that thing. You know what? Now I'm gonna try that, and what I'm gonna do here is use an air gun now. Now, first what I'm gonna do is go to tighten it back up a little bit, so we can go back up there. Now, because what I wanted that nut to go onto some clean threads, so when I go to loosen it, I can build up some momentum and get that thing off. Let's go to our short 14 again. All right, here we go. See, the reason why it took so long, look at that thing smoking. Because we were low on air pressure, but I didn't want to stop because we had that momentum going. So I didn't want to stop. Now I know if I touch this thing, it's going to be pretty hot. But I don't care. I'm Astral. Alright, we got that nut off of there. Pop our stabilizer out. And now you can see it better to where I was grabbing onto with the vice grips. So you might have to do that too. What I'm gonna do is put my nut up here. So that's good to go, guys. That is good to go. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our WD-40, and to holding in the strut, we got a bolt right here. So what I'm gonna do is go over here, take my WD-40, spray it a little bit, and what we're gonna do is go build up pressure in the compressor, and we'll be right back. All right, guys and girls, we got that lubricated it up with some WD-40. I got a 14mm bolt right here, so I got my 14mm half-inch drive socket. I'm gonna put it right there, and take that bolt right out of there. Okay, we're gonna put that bolt to the side. Now our strut assembly is supposed to slide because we're gonna knock this down so we can get that strut right out of there. All right. Now before we do that, let me see what happens if I tap this down. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time for that. So what we're gonna have to do is open up. Can you see that? You're gonna have to come on the other side to see this.
Which part?
The spindle.
Yeah, I see it.
No, man, you gotta see the gap in it. So
okay.
Right, now, as you see right here, there's a slot right there and right there. That's what's holding on to this strut. So what we gotta do is figure a way of opening that up just slightly enough where we can get that separated. But what we're gonna do first, let's make sure we spray some WD-40 around there. All right, gonna let that sit for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, what we're gonna do, guys and girls, make this a lot more easier, because I forgot I had to disconnect the upper control arm. So what we're gonna do is take this nut off right here. So what we have here is a 17mm socket. Now using my air gun, there's probably ain't enough room in there to get in there and do it, as you can see. So what I'm gonna have to do here is use me I got a little 1/2 inch drive wobble extension. And I like this one better than using the actual swivel. Let me see if I can get in here with that. Great, look at that. All right, Spray it with a little WD-40. Let's get that off there. Perfect. Now, the next thing you want to do is put that to the side. Next you want to do, you want to make sure your jack is right above, right, holding just touching that lower control arm. Just right there. Now the next thing we're going to do is another process of shock and awe. But you got to be very careful. You do not hit them threads or you're going to mess that up. Now a good safety measure, what you can do, you can take the nut, you can put it up there just in case you mess up. So now, when you do, I'm going to go in there, I want to get right there. Now you see I'm putting my hammer right here to give me an idea of where I'm hitting at. That took a little bit, but as you can see, it popped loose. See that? So now I can bring it back down. Now I know my threads are safe. Pop that up. Put my nut back on it. And we're good to go. Now I'm looking over here and I see a little wire. But we're good to go because I got enough play in there to get that to without messing that up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slowly lower down the lower control arm. Oh, it's already down. Okay, just enough right there because right now we're still hooked up onto there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this to this side. And can you see right there? I told you to get on the other side. Oh, what did he come back over here for? Alright, good. There we go. So what we're going to do here, first I'm going to take a little hammer and I'm going to see what happens if I can tap this down. You can see it's separating right there. But that ain't quick enough. What I want to do here, matter of fact, let me go get, what I'm going to do, I got me a big chisel. And I'm going to have to hold it right in place because I need to open that up a little bit. And there's no way you can get something in there and do that. So I'm going to put my chisel right here. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to take a hammer. I'm going to just hit that just a little bit, just to open it up a little bit. All right? Be right back. All right. Got my little brass hammer right here. Put my chisel in there. Ain't got to be a lot, just enough to get that right open. Now what I'm doing here, I'm taking the point of the chisel and I'm putting it right just like that, and I'm going by each one. Like right now I'm on the top one. Watch this. Make sure all this is out of the way. See how it's sticking in there? Open that up just enough. Alright, make sure I still got clearance up under here. And I'm going to take my hammer. Matter of fact, let's take the little hammer. That ain't working. Let's take the bigger hammer. That thing's still. Alright. Let's open this up a little bit more. Make sure everything's out of the way. Okay. And once you get this out, it's going to be a lot easier to put back in. Get that now. And you know what I need you might have you do? Hold this to the side. There we go. Get the camera set it up over here. Can drop down more. You know what we're gonna do? Now how about making this? Let's make this easier for ourselves. Let's take out the whole thing. See what I'm saying? And just disconnect it like that. All right, guys, we're gonna do this an easier way because this thing is getting to be a little problem. So what we're gonna do is down here. All right. The center, this bracket right here, there's a bolt inside here. They got a 15mm bolt right inside here. And what I'm gonna do is spray the other side a little bit with some WD-40. Get my 15mm 1/2" drive, shallow socket. Buzz that bolt right out of there. There we go. Now on the other side of this, let me get this right here. On the other side of this, you got a nut with a bracket on it. That's to stop the other side from moving. So I'm gonna pop that out of there. Put that on. Now, look at that. Came right down with no problem. So we got that. Next thing we're gonna do is pop the hood and get the top bolts out. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Take my one hand. You're gonna put it right up here. Here's the upper control arm right here. Put it up in the lower control arm. And what you want to do is not really important, but make sure you have that little indentation I was telling you about. Make sure it's out facing towards you. But that's not really too much important right now. All right, then we're gonna go up to the top. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, get our new nuts ready. Get these out of the way. Put our new nuts out there. Alright. Now we're going to go up here. Put it in just like that. I'm just going to put these on by hand. That's it. Now we're going to tighten them up yet. Now we're going to go back down here. As you can see, strut looks nice and good in there. Nice and good. Next thing we're going to do, let's see if this goes up by itself. This is one. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. That is perfect. And what we're going to do is go up. Now look at this now. You got that opening right there. And you on the strut, you have a little indentation, a little tab that's sticking out right there. You want to make sure that tab goes in there just like that. Get our bolt. Put our bolt in. Put it in by little by hand. Now you got the bolt in there. We're almost good to go. Now, what we're going to do here is go back up under here. Get our 15mm socket. No, I'm sorry. 14mm. Now I got it hanging right now. Do not tighten it up like that. What you want to do is get everything set up. Pick that bracket up, just like that, then tighten it. Look at that. Perfect. That is perfect right there. All right, the next thing we're going to do, let's go down here. Our long bolt with its counterweight on there. Make sure you got that counterweight on there. is for the suspension. And what we're gonna do, now you notice, you see right here, see it's not even lined up. So what the heck am I supposed to do now? That's where your block of wood comes in, under the lower control arm. And you jack that up, look at that. Perfect. We should go to the other side. Get our lock. Now, it doesn't go this way. Gotta make sure it goes this way. Matter of fact, come around this side. Let me show you. Okay. Huh? Got it?
Tight spot, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, put it on this way, just like that. Now, as you tighten up this bolt over here, it's going to spin around and it's going to lock right into place. So, what you want to do is go back on this side. Now, you can get over here. Come. I'm going to get my 15mm socket. I'm going to hold this in place a little bit, just a little bit. Tighten it up. Bingo.
And make sure your hand is not in the way of that thing.
Yeah, definitely. Good point. Good point. Yeah, you be screaming, cursing Astral out.
Like why you didn't tell us about this?
All right, the next thing we're gonna do is swing our spindle. This is the whole spindle. Swing it up. Push our upper control arm down.
Okay, well hold on.
Uh-huh.
Per se, you have a elderly person that's trying to.
And can't push that down?
How
Good point. All right, next thing we're gonna do is hold it in place. And remember, you got your jack with the wood up under here. Let's get this down just a little bit. So you let the jack do your work for you. So now, watch this. So now I got it up under there. I'm jacking it up. And just keep it in line. All right. See that? Goes right up in place. And just hold it right there. Then, get the 17mm nut. And this is a lock nut. That's why you didn't see no cotter pin in it or nothing. Put that just like that. Now tightening this up, guys, this is important. If you try to tighten this up now and keep on going, that whole joint is going to spin. So you can do it two ways. Now, either you can take a big pry bar and you can put it right under one of the springs, just like that, and just hold it in place. Do not put a lot of pressure on this. Just hold it in place and tighten this up. Or if you're using a cordless gun or something like that, you can just hold that by hand and it's going to tighten it up. So I got my 17mm with my wobble socket. Put it right there. And I'm going to hold this down by hand. Tighten it right up. Good. Can let our strut back down. Get our jack out of the way. Now, what we're going to do here is turn it to the side like this. Now we got to go get our other bolt. And what we're going to do is hook up our brake line. Now, let me see here. I need you to, yeah, let me go get the bolt. All right, had to get a bolt out of the other one. What we're going to do is just get our holes, line it up just like that. Put our 10mm bolt in there. Get our 10mm socket.
So that line that you just put back up for the brake caliper, is there any way you can put that thing on upside down, twist it, or any shape, form, or fashion?
I don't know. Yeah. Let me find my socket first, man. What the heck is my, oh, okay. Now what you want? This one?
Line. Is there any way that you can put that thing on backwards?
No. There's no way you can mess up if you keep it, if you do it just like that. Now, if you're doing the brakes, you take off that caliper, you can definitely twist it. So you want to make sure when you put it back on, you want to make sure there's a nice smooth run on that line. All right, so now we're going to tighten up that 10mm bolt. And you notice I just cut my setting down on my gun because that ain't got to be tight at all. This is just to hold it into place. Get that? Tighten it right in place. We are looking great, guys. Now, here's our problem, because now we're going to hook up our stabilizer link. And you remember we had a hard time with this thing. So what we're going to do is put that in there. Spray it with a WD-40, because now we're going to have a little problem putting this back on. And what you might have to do, same principle we did before. Let's put this on by a couple threads, 14mm. And now that it's all the way, you might have to get a smaller pair of vice grips, because as you can see, this one is not really going to fit in there. So you might have to get a smaller set. So let me get a smaller set and we'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Nice thin pair of needle nose. And we're gonna go in there. We're gonna take our needle nose. We'll open this up. Make it a little bit tighter than that. Make sure that's tight. There we go. Then get our 14mm. I'll make sure this is out of the way.
So now, once again, why are you using no grip pliers?
Because as you guys saw, the center part, it was using Allen socket, 5mm. That thing just stripped right out. So we have to use this to tighten up this nut. Other than that, it's going to be almost impossible, because that whole thing is going to spin.
Okay, now, is it common?
I got work to do, damn it.
Is it common?
I got work to do.
What?
Allen
key strips?
Not sure. This is the first time we doing a job like this, but you know, I think it's a dumb design. 5mm, that's really small. And how much torque, how much tension it takes to take that nut off, a lock nut? Yeah, that thing will strip. So I think it's a dumb design. I think what they should have had, like some designs have on this side, they have a where we can put a wrench at or something to keep it into place. This one don't. So let's get this done. You got any more questions?
No. When I come up with something,
all right.
You know.
All right, here we go. Put this into place. All right. Right up. Look at that. Perfect, guys. Just like that. Nice and easy. Okay, everything's into place. We got everything locked in good, tight. Last but not least, the tie rod. What you want to do is take the, and you see it? You notice how I'm spinning this right now? See, that's exactly what's going to happen if I go to try to put this on right now and tighten it up. And it's a good time to check your tie rod, move it back and forth. There should not be a lot of play like this. You should be able to move it to the side and it pretty much stays there. So this is a little worn, but it's still good. So this tie rod goes from the bottom to the top. So put it into the bottom, up like that. Put our nut on it. Now what you want to do, that's a 17 on that one? All right, 17mm. Get our air gun. No, I'm not tightening it up yet. Get your pry bar. Take your pry bar, put it up under a stabilizer link or something. You can't get it up under the frame, but now you're gonna have to be under the stabilizer link.
Well, how about this?
What?
Because I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people don't make, well, if you're in the yard, you may not have the tool or the impact gun to take that nut and put it on. So you can't really hold it with a pry bar if you're using a wrench or a ratchet. So why couldn't we take that block of wood, stick it up under there, and jack it up and apply pressure?
Man.
I mean,
fine. Okay, man. You make a good point. Dang it. You know, I'm gonna let him do the other side. All right, guys. Billy Bob trying to be bad. So take our hydraulic jack with a piece of wood. He makes a very good point. That's a very good point too. This boy's smart. All right, put our block of wood up under there. Keep a little pressure on it, just like that. That's a good idea, man. Why you let me put the pry bar in there and get through all that and looking dumb, And then what you gonna wait? Why'd you wait? What the heck is wrong with this guy, man?
I'm the cameraman. Yeah, I mean.
All right, now we're gonna go tighten this up. And when we tighten this up, we're gonna bring it down. Remember, there's a little hole inside this stud for the cotter pin. So what we're gonna do is just bring it down first. Tighten it up. Now, over here, you guys, they can't see the hole from that side. They get to see the. You don't see the hole from that side,
From
man.
the angle, yeah, I see it.
All right.
Stop kicking my camera.
All right, if you see right there, there's a hole right through the stud. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Take you a new cotter pin. Definitely don't use the old one. And this cotter pin just goes in there. Open it up. Now what this does is just in case that nut ever happens to come loose and it won't come off, and then you're going to cause a serious accident. This will stop that right in its place. And you're going to notice, because if this thing ever comes loose and get up there and that cotter pin stops it, at a certain speed your wheel going to start shaking. So then you got to definitely have somebody check that out. There it is. This side is complete. What we're going to do is put the tie back on, and then we're going to meet you to the other side. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Huh?
But, while we putting that tire back on, we ain't gonna forget about those 3 nuts sitting up on top of it.
See, man.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
let's go back up here. Why, man? Oh, man, this guy, man. He wait good till I'm doing something. Finish. All right. 314. No, actually, those are 13s. You got smaller on me. 3 13mm nuts. Let's go ahead and tighten these nuts up. Now can we put the tie on and go to the other side? You know, the guy comes up with good ideas. Great idea. I mean, superb technician. But he wait good till you do something messed up. Then he wants to come in and tell you.
I mean, because I'm the cameraman.
What the cameraman can do? Yo.
Have you seen the commercial? The guy was like, the burglary system, and he was saying, well, I'm just a sensor. I don't detect the police and all that.
No,
Have you ever seen the commercial?
No, you mind. All right, guys, girls, we'll be right back. All right, guys and girls, here we go. We got the right side jacked up, and again, got our hydraulic jack right there, which we're going to be moving out, and our jack stands up in the frame. What I forgot to mention last time. Wait a minute. No, not me. Billy Bob. He forgot. Make sure you got your emergency brakes on. Because, yeah, you. I got you, huh? Yeah. All right, because especially this driveway is on like an incline, and we're jacking up the wheels that holds this car in park. So locking up them backwards, the emergency brakes, so this ain't gonna slide nowhere. All right, again, 19mm or 3/4. Take these off. Now you got a 19mm because if you look on the socket itself, it says metric. So you definitely want to use the 19mm because 3/4 is going to be kind of tight and get stuck in there and mess it up. All right.
Now, I noticed you said on the socket it says 19mm or metric.
On the lug nut, on the tire, on the lug nut, okay?
Okay.
On the lug nut, it says metric. All right, we'll be right back. Who told you to record?
I'm the cameraman.
They don't need to see me taking off the tire. Here, sit your butt down on the tire, man. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. Now we got an idea of how it's going on. This side should go a lot quicker. All right, let's hit it off with our WD-40. We're gonna spray our upper ball joint. We're gonna spray our stabilizer link over here. You keeping up with me? You keeping up with me?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're gonna spray our outer tie rod just in case. And while we at it, let's spray that strut up a little bit. Here we go.
Now I got a question.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Go.
Now, let's say.
Oh, why you doing that? And that big bottom bolt. Whoops. All right, go ahead.
Let's say you don't use WD-40. What other kind of grease could you use to get your bolts off?
All right, you can use PB Blaster, of course WD-40, any kind of lubricant, not any kind of lubricant, any kind of rust busting lubricant, something that breaks down rust.
So it's like freeze off.
Yeah, freeze off is a good one. I had that. Freeze off works great. I had that before. That works great. I gotta give me some more of that. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, guys, we're not even gonna go in there and mess with that 5mm thing in there. If you want to, you can. I'm gonna get my needle nose vice grips since I know that works great. Gonna grab it right into here. Make sure we got a nice tight grip on it. And actually, I think I can tighten that more. All right, 14mm. Get right there. You know what? This is gonna be in the way. So I forgot. Let's get our wire cutters. Let's get our focusing over here on our outer tie rod. Let's bend this little side to the side. And you ain't gotta worry about this because we're gonna be getting a new one. And again, you're gonna use this as leverage. So try to grab onto it as best you can. And if it breaks, it's good. We can pull it from the other side. So I'm trying not to squeeze it too much and cut it. But it looks like I'm gonna end up having to.
So you couldn't just take your dikes and just tap the back of the wire pin forward?
You see how messed this it is? No. Dang it. You see how tight this thing is?
No.
Even if I tighten up.
There you go.
See? It ain't moving. It would have came out already. Dang it, man. See now you're
I'm the cameraman.
Yeah, you stay over there behind the camera. See, now you made me break it off, man. Now I got a hard-headed. Dang it, man. You are bad luck. Dang. Now I gotta sit here. Well, I guess it's good because just in case they come into a problem like this, we gotta figure out what to do.
Well, I'll show you what to do. As a matter of fact, I guide you through it.
Oh, you will, huh?
Turn your dikes the other way, the straight way, and just cut it straight down the middle. Right where we get, cut it down the middle.
I'm trying to, and then pull it out to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. But
see, you pinching it sideways. I said go straight.
I can't. If I go straight, look at it. It just slides right off. Yo, man, don't make me get behind the camera and let you do it. You want me? Yo, okay, tell you what. All right, we're gonna be right back because I'm gonna change the glove. I'm gonna get behind the camera and let Billy Bob handle it since he's bad. All right, come on, pause the camera. Come on, pause. Come on. All right, here we go. I'm behind the camera now. Go ahead, Billy Bob.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead on and take my dikes. I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna cut it. Go on, cut it, get it out of the way. That's all you gotta do. I'm gonna show Timmy how you do this. See that? Just keep cutting. That's all you gotta do. Just cut it. Once you get the little groove cut.
Okay. All right.
Me personally, I ain't gonna try to grab both of them. Just grab one at a time. That's how you gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh, show you. Show why. I'm gonna show you why they call me Billy Bob. You see that? You see that?
Yeah. I just saw a break.
You see that? You see that? You see that? Hey Tim, leave me alone, Tim.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What?
Man, the thing is resting, man. It broke off if I could get it all the way out of there.
Get it out. Let's see what you do now.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you.
Now I'm gonna grab both of them now since they broke on me.
Go ahead. What you gonna do now?
It keep breaking on me, man. It ain't got nothing to do with ability about it. Hold on. I'll show y'all how you get it out though. Just don't mind it breaking. It's gonna break, it's gonna break. That's all you gotta do, just worry about it. It's gonna break.
Yeah,
So
we do
now I'm through messing it up almost. I just say, let's go get a punch.
You want to? What you gonna do?
I'm going to get a punch.
All right, we'll be right back. Here we go, Billy Bob. Go ahead, Billy Bob. What we got?
All right. Man, what the world you even gave me? Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't see nothing.
There's a little one right there. There you go.
Right.
What you gonna
do? As y'all see, it's broke off now. So what you want to do is just take your punch and knock that joker through the.
Yeah. Huh?
So basically.
But that thing, you sure that thing is rounded off? That thing gonna go through there? I mean, that's the big end right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him through there.
You sure? You sure? I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
You don't want me to handle this like a professional? You sure you want me to take care of this like I could do? Or if you want to go ahead, you're more than welcome to go ahead.
I mean, messing with me, now I just won't even take it off. I just leave that joke on, take the rest of it off, put it down, boop, 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 and be done.
Come on, man, go ahead. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna turn. What you gonna do?
Now, if you want, you want to make it easier for you. I'll turn the key and turn the wheel.
Turn the wheel. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna turn the wheel all the way to the left so Billy Bob get a better look at this. What would you guys do in the meantime? We'll be right back. All right, here we go. We turned the wheel all the way up there. Let's look at this. All right, what we got?
All right, everybody. I'm back. Had to turn the wheel. Give me some good old Deer Town water. Deer Park water.
Ain't Deer Park water. That's the Sunny.
Oh, same purpose. Now, what you really wouldn't want to do unless you had jack stands, you wouldn't want to sit down in this situation, but I'm going to sit down because I got bad hips, legs, arms, eyes, everything else. So I'm going to sit down. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a chisel. I'm going to go ahead and just knock that joke off, get it flat. Try not to hit your threads. You definitely don't want to hit your threads. Yeah, you like that. Yeah,
I ain't saying nothing, man.
I know, you like that. You like that, Tim. I wish I had a thought about this years ago. I would have never had a
I hope you're
heart.
doing job, because I can't see nothing, but I'm going to let you go ahead and do what you're doing.
Oh. I mean, y'all see the smoke come from that thing? See, just chisel that thing right off.
Oh, man, how much you going to chisel off, man?
Till it's flat. So that's what you want to do. You want to get that sapsucker flat. Once you get it flat, you got it.
Oh, what? You can't, that thing like is moving now. You can't get the straighten that out, put the dikes up there and pull that out now?
Tim.
No? Okay, go ahead.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
You want to do this?
No.
You want to do this?
Nope.
I believe you want to do this.
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, now you want to take your punch. Man, we could tear some stuff up.
If you want, I can get in there and do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You sit your... Oh. See, I almost got it, y'all. I almost got it. Give me a few minutes.
So what? You want me to pause? I want to watch you.
Yeah.
What?
You can pause it.
I want to pause it. I want to watch you.
I'm trying to get it out, man. I almost got it, man. I almost got it. Damn, son.
Did he just break my punch? Did Billy Bob just break my punch? You know what? You need me to get in there and do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need you to do this.
All right,
I done
now
broke the punch
let
now.
me get in there. We'll be right back. All right. Now we got the captain back in the chair. Let's get this done. First thing we're gonna do, guys, make sure both sides is as flush as possible. Cut that off. Make sure both sides is. Yeah, he did a number on this side. 'Cause this side is good. Let's get our chisel, and we're gonna go downward. So that's right. So the nut can stop you. All right. You want to do that on both sides. Again, paying attention not to the threads. Now we're good to go. Don't even worry about anything else. Get our 17 millimeter. Get our air gun. Pop that right off. All right. Because what we're going to do, now we got that thing definitely sheared off to the side. Now you still might not be able to get in there with a punch, since, you know, now that I got to find me another punch, because, I mean, I had one.
They just let you know I was hitting it.
Now I got to do something like this, man. I don't even think that's going to get in there and get that.
Well, hold on. Let me zoom in on you.
Because this is bent. And messed up my punch. But we're still good. We're still gonna get this. All right. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We got a 1/16 inch drill bit right here. And I really can't get in there at this angle to get this, and we're all the way to the left. So what we're gonna do is do something here. Check this out. We're gonna do first, I'll shock and awe. Hit the spindle, knock that joint out of there. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, take some vice grips.
Some yes, I see this thing turn. All right.
Grab the shaft right there, not on the threads.
Who you grips? So they can see what you grab.
Grab them right there. And I want to turn this right about there. Now, what I'm going to do here now is put my tie rod back in. Look at that, right there. Get the nut. Because what I'm going to try to do, unless I can hold this into place.
Matter of fact, just we could just do the same process. Just take the jacks.
Yeah, okay. Let's get this out of the way. We're going to take our hydraulic jack. All right, jack it up, put it up under tie rod. Go ahead, man. You just jack it up. All right, right there. All right. Now we're gonna slowly try to drill this out. What we're gonna do is got a little grease here, wheel bearing grease, and we're gonna slowly get this in there. Maybe I should have see, halfway down in there already. I'm good. He's 8 on.
Man, you crazy. That gave you the idea.
You give me the idea. We're gonna drill that through all the way through it gets to the other end. All right, be right back. All right, let's get this. We got our 1/8 drill bit through there. Man, that was tough. Now I got a 7/64. And what I'm gonna do is get this little grease right here. Let's see if we can. Uh-oh, it stopped. So I must be at the place. Oh yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold it back in there. Let's get that bit going through there. Let's zoom on in that bit going through there. Boy, you can't mess with them boys.
That's scary, man. All right, let's let the jack down a little bit so we can get our tie rod back out of here. Okay. Knock that back down. All right, we're gonna take our nut, put it on the end of it already so we know it's right there. And look at that, going on perfect. Didn't even mess up no threads or nothing. All right, now where we was before. Our 14mm. Get over here on the stabilizer. Let's get that off. 14mm shallow. Got a little vice grips held onto it. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Vice grips.
Sure did. Vice grips came loose. I'll get up in here and put these on again. There we go. Get this out of the way. That's a dumb setup, man.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Got that right loose.
See the smoke come from that thing.
I know, right? Unhook it, take our nut out. Nut's gonna be kind of warm. Right now it's kind of burning my fingers. Stick that on there a little bit. We're good to go on that. Next thing we're gonna do. But now we can turn this nice and neat, nice and good. 10 millimeter. This is 4 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch drive extension with a 10 millimeter socket. We're gonna get that brake hose off of there. That 10 millimeter bolt right there. Get that off. Pop that off. Move our brake line out the way. Brake hose out the way. Brake line, whatever you call it. Put our nut back in there. All right, we are looking good, guys. You know what? I might do this a different way. What we're gonna do is we got over here the 14 millimeter that's holding into the bracket. This little bracket right here to the strut itself. Let's get that bolt out of there. 14 millimeter. Got that bolt out of there. Put it down. The next thing we're gonna do is you might have to go to the other side. Okay. 15 millimeter bolt. Right there. All right, let's get our gun. Oh, watch your camera. All right. Get that bolt off of there. We got that nut, that special nut on the other side. All right. Take that off. Oh, that's right. My bad. Oh, you ain't trying to tell me this time, right? Put the thing up under here. Put our hydraulic jack underneath the lower control arm. Then we have to use a piece of wood. Pick that up. Just get that. Just hold that up in place a little bit. In fact, let me get the air gun and just take this out. Use the air gun to take this out the rest of the way. All right, got our bolt out with our counterweight on it. Just put our special nut on it. Good to go. Next we're gonna do, now we got a plate to move this. Now, lower our, get our little brake line is in the way.
One second. Let me get in here with you.
And if you check that out, guys, we're not even removing the upper control arm now. That's great.
So, did that thing come down freely?
Yeah, it came out free, man. Didn't even have to use a chisel or nothing. So check that out. That thing just slid right down there. So I can go on there. Okay. All right. So we're gonna slide that down just like that. Now strut is out of the way. All right, guys. What's next? Ain't dirty as anything. What's next?
We're going to the top.
Going to the top. Let's go to the top. 3 14 millimeter nuts. Take off 2 of them. 1, 2. Get that one set. I'm gonna hold my hand up under here and take off the 3rd one. All right. Take the 3rd one off. We'll come down here. Take our strut assembly right out. Much quicker. As I said, guys, this is our first time doing this. But you notice how quick we pick up on little tips and tricks. So we pass that right on to you. All right, enough of this talking. Let's go over here. Let's kick out three nuts over here because we ain't gonna need those over here no more. Let's set this on the back of the truck. All right. Look at the new one. I'll be right back. All right, guys, girls, here we go. Got our next one. Grab this out. Match it up. Everything looks good. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do now, take my 10 millimeter bolt off for that brake hose, brake line, whichever you want to call it. Put that on right there, right now.
Let me get that label.
Remember the label? Because if you get busted in your face by doing something different, remember we told you to do it this way. So it'd be your own fault for not listening. Let me just in case of them people who can't read too well. Spring, got it?
Yeah.
Spring under compression. Do not remove the nut. Serious injury. It ain't no serious injury. See, they messed up on the sticker. It says serious injury may result, serious injury will result. They gonna knock you out.
Well, read it in Spanish for me.
I can't read it in Spanish, man. Alright, let's go over here. Oh yeah. We got our new nuts over here. Alright, let's go over here. Alright, what we want to do, again, we want to make sure that the indentation on this strut is pretty much trying to face out towards us. Alright, let's get our strut up in there. Okay, once we get it up there, take our lock nuts. Let's get them on there by a couple threads. Dang it, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the camera steady and get the leaves down.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to me. I couldn't even get the thing lined up. All right, we got them. Man, okay, we'll be back. Let him get his camera steady.
I'm good. You go ahead. That's still steady.
You know,
Go ahead.
this guy got some good ideas, man. He got some perfect ideas, but as far as handling the camera. All right, let's get back down here, man. Come on, let's go. All right, we're down here now. The next thing we're gonna do, guys and girls, is our bracket up under here. Let's hook our bracket up to here and make sure you get a close in on this. Go close in on this, man.
Okay.
All right, ready? Ready? All right, going up here, put the bracket up here. Make sure our bracket in that indentation go right into there. Get our new nut. Yeah, if I put it the right way, I'll be okay.
Yeah, you say that.
Yeah. Okay. Put our new nut in. Just hold it just right there. Don't do nothing yet. Alright, going to the other side. Get our 15mm socket. The 1/2-inch drive. Make sure we're on tightening. Get the
So this is the point you want to pull up on.
Not yet, man. Let me get there. I'm sorry, not a 15. See, you got me confused now, man.
Is it 14?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 14mm socket. Get it up there. Get your air gun or get everything situated. Get ready to tighten it up. Hold that bracket, because you saw the bracket just slid down. So you want to make sure you hold that bracket up in place where it's supposed to be. Tighten it up. Bam. There you go. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to lower up, get our bottom one in. Now right now, you can see it's not lined up. Because what I got to do is drop the lower control arm a little bit. And it ain't going to drop too much. But see, I can push it down if I have to. So what I'm going to do is get our bolt with the counterweight on it. You can see this? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Get it lined up as much as I can. And then I'm going to push down on everything until it goes right in. Okay, we're going to put our nut on it, and the nut's going to go on this way with that little angle facing in. And where's our 15mm socket? We'll take it by hand right here a little bit, just to make sure it gets tied on. It's started. Okay, it's started. I want you to come on this side and look at this. If you look down here, you see how it goes just like that. Because as I tighten it up, it's going to lock right up against that. All right. So I'm going to get my air gun on the other side, 15mm socket, and I'm going to tighten it right up. Good to go. Done. Next, up here, let's remove our 10mm bolt for our brake line. What'd you say old man for? I'm gonna roll, man. Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Camera keep getting blurry.
All right, we're gonna go right here, put our line. There's a little groove right there inside the strut. So that's all you have to do is line that up into there. Put our 10mm bolt in, get it started with a few hands, by threads by hand. You definitely want to do that so that way it don't cross thread. 10mm, I'm using a 10mm 1/2 inch. You can use a 3/8 drive regular ratchet. Now usually I would cut this down to a lower speed so you don't strip that out. Bam, done. Next, go up under here. Our stabilizer. That's next. Tell me when you're ready.
Yep.
All right, put our stabilizer into the stabilizer bar. Put our nut on it.
Well, wouldn't you want to have the vice grips already?
Would you let me? Would you let me? Would you let me do it? Would you let me? You want to do this?
You know,
You want to do it? You want to do this? Because if you want to do this, I'll be more than welcome to get behind the camera and you go about your business.
I do the next car.
All right. Yeah. That's right. Okay. All right. Got that started. I got that started. Get up under here. Use my vice grips. And I want to grab onto that thing as nice as possible. There you go. And that is a 14mm. Where's my 14mm? Huh? All right, we'll get our 14mm hanging right up there. And we're going to take our outer tie rod and hold it out of the way. Let's get our air gun. Now I'm putting it on all the way. And we're going to get the air gun on. Let's do a little bit just to get it in place. All right, hold out, ratchet. And that's it. Let it go. Let's finish. Last but not least, that is looking good. Well, no, it's not last but not least because we got something else going. You ain't gonna get me this time. Outer tie rod. Take our nut off. Put our outer tie rod up in there just like that. Put our 17mm nut on it. What we're gonna do is get a block of wood on the hydraulic jack. All right, jack it up. We're going to some pressure under this outer tie rod so we can tighten that nut right down.
Jack going up.
Okay, that's good. 17mm. What's 17? You don't know. All right, 17mm deep, not a deep, shallow, 1/2 inch drive. Get our 1/2 inch gun, tighten it up. Make sure that's nice and tight. Get that. All right, let me go get a new cotter pin. I'll be right back. All right, we got our brand new cotter pin. Slide that cotter pin in there. Look at that, guys, nice and neat. Bend that cotter pin around. And again, this cotter pin is only for safety. In case that nut back off of there. All right, we're gonna let our jack down. All right, go everything. Everything is tight that we took apart. Great. Let's get our. Now we're gonna need a 13mm. Let's go up to the top. All right, we got the 3 nuts here, 13mm. The original ones are 14. These are 13s. Let's get those tightened down. There you go. Nice lock nuts. Great. All right, guys, we are good to go. Let's put this tire on, get this car jacked down, and we'll be right back. Okay, let me know when you're ready. You didn't even let me know, huh?
No, I won't.
Well, we know you got to wipe the car off, guys. You can't leave nobody's car messed up. Now, if you check out the video when we checked out these struts, you notice on one side, I believe it was the driver's side, we pushed down on it, you heard the air coming out this strut, and this thing was just bouncing. So let's try the new ones out. You're supposed to bounce on it, jump on it as hard as you can, push it up and down. Oh my goodness. You can't even push this down. And look at that thing come up. That thing hardly even moves. That is really nice. Check out the other side while I wipe this off. Get all the fingerprints off of it. Oh my goodness. And if you remember last time you saw it, I was pushing on this thing and this thing was just like no problem. So you know what? While we got the new ones in, let me check out the backs. See if eventually we're gonna probably do the backs. See how I can move this? See that? So see how easily I can move this? So I know eventually we're gonna need some back ones. But the front ones are dynamite, man. This one moves. I mean, I'm using one hand to move this. But again, those are struts, so you ain't gonna move them too much anyway. All right. There you have it, how to replace. And you see, we never did this job before, but you see how quick we adjusted from the left to the right. And that's what we want you to do. One side might be kind of difficult, but you saw how quick. Now we got a system on this and how to do this with no problem. Ran into a little issue with the cotter pin being stuck in there. Went right to it, drilled it out with no problem. What you doing? Why you about to move? Why you about to move the camera? You okay?
Well, I hear somebody behind me.
Ain't nobody behind you. You see it?
Behind me.
You seeing? Huh?
Somebody behind me.
Oh, all right, check it out. All right, I thought you were seeing dead people. Nah. But we had a little problem on the right side. Gotta handle it. If you got a problem, you gotta handle it. And then other than that, if you would have had your car at a repair shop, you know what they'd have told you? They would have called you up and told you need an outer tie rod, because they wasn't going through it like we did. We don't charge the customer extra. Just do what we gotta do. Any kind of questions, put them in the comments below, or you can email me personally at tim@AstralAutoRepairs.com. Guys and girls, this is Timmy and Billy Bob from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. Y'all take it easy.